The discussion between Scott and Lundqvist quickly spirals into a heated argument, with Scott forcefully reminding him that the X-Men's raid on Greymalkin only happened because one unlawfully took Professor X. The Hellions continue their rampage through one's facilities, leaving a path of utter destruction in their wake. Lundqvist, growing increasingly furious, lashes out. But Scott remains calm and cool, making it clear that this devastation is the price the government must pay for ignoring Greymalkin's actions. The Hellions don't stop there, moving on to Missouri, where they take down the Sentinel Squad one support hangars, crippling more of one's operations. It's then revealed that Scott had a deal in place with the Hellions. While they were free to demolish one's infrastructure, they were strictly forbidden from taking any lives. Lundqvist is stunned when he learns the full extent of the damage to one's facilities, but Scott bluntly tells him that this was all done to send a message. Either one pulls out of Alaska, or they'll keep bleeding resources until their entire operating budget is drained from constant repairs. The Hellions' relentless assault continues, tearing through the One Watch station, the One Communications hub, and the archives. Watching the destruction unfold, Scott declares that One may have taught him how to be a villain, but he perfected the lesson and took it further. Lundqvist, furious and desperate, shouts at Scott to call off the attacks. In a fit of rage, he pulls a gun and presses it to Scott's head. Unshaken, Scott meets his gaze and dares him to pull the trigger, on him or any mutant in the building. Scott calmly informs Lundqvist that if government agents execute him, he already has standing orders to wipe out every government facility in the country. He goes on to clarify that while he doesn't have nuclear weapons, he does have allies, mutants like Juggernaut and Zorn, who could unleash catastrophic destruction if given the command. When Lundqvist demands to know if Scott is really willing to take that many lives, Scott grabs Lundqvist's hand, guiding the gun directly to his own forehead. In anger, he explains that this is how brinkmanship works. He then warns Lundqvist that if anything happens to him, God help whoever is responsible, because once Phoenix finds out, there will be no stopping her, as she would destroy the entire world. Realizing he's at a complete stalemate, Lundqvist backs down. Before leaving, he promises to take the message back. Mutants are now off-limits. Scott then turns to Kid Omega and orders him to call off the Hellions. The issue closes with Kid Omega pressing Scott for an answer. Was he bluffing about Phoenix burning the world down if he died? Scott simply responds that it would be up to the X-Men to stop her, and that is the real reason Kid Omega is on the team. What did you think of this issue? Share your thoughts in the comments below.